God, I need to cut my hair. Look at that. It's awful. It's just absolutely just atrocious. Hi, Jessie Nebulous here. It's been a long time since I've done a vlog, almost a year. I apologize for the extended absence. I was sick again. You may have noticed in the last couple weeks I've been uploading content to the channel, gaming content. I do want to continue with other content like Ask a Cripple Chick, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, the extended absence was I was sick again. There was also issues with my medication. At first we had issues getting it, and then we had problems actually paying for it. So I was taking half doses and skipping days, and you know, all of the tricks that you try to do to make your medication last. And it wasn't good. I had a hard time getting out of bed. I pretty much stayed in bed, and it was not good. But we've got it mostly sorted now. Paying for my meds is always up in the air. It's always an issue. But otherwise, we have it figured out. And I'm properly medicated right now, and I'm feeling better. I'm feeling really pretty good, actually. Still have some bad days, but overall I'm feeling a lot better. So that's awesome. So I'm really determined to keep up with the channel. I've set a schedule for myself, and I have followed it for the last 2 weeks. I know 2 weeks is nothing dazzling, but it's a start. The schedule will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 noon, with an extra video on the weekends if I'm being especially productive. And so far I've kept up with it, and I'm really determined to commit to it. So, and like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to do more Ask a Cripple Chick. I just need questions to answer. I have had a bit of a setback. I lost my doctor. He moved to a different practice that doesn't use a sliding scale fee, so I can't afford to see him anymore. It's very unfortunate because he was a good doctor. He trusted me to know my body. He believed me. He was really just the best doctor I've ever had, and I miss him a lot already, and it's only been a few months. So I really lucked out with him because he used to be a nephrologist, which is a kidney specialist, and autoimmune disease likes to attack the kidneys, so he already had a decent amount of experience with autoimmune disease before he went to general medicine. So I definitely lucked out there, and I can't bank on lucking out again. So I've been shopping for a new doctor, which is always just awful. My mom, she's a nurse, and she has to run, and she got me set up with a new doctor. I've only seen her once. I couldn't get a good read on her. She didn't set off my asshole, arrogant doctor alarm bells, so that's good. And she seems nice enough. I just think that maybe my case is too complicated for her. My conditions are very complex, and it's a lot for a general practitioner to deal with. It's really something a specialist should be dealing with. I just can't afford to go. I just can't afford to see my specialist. I haven't seen them in over a year. I think maybe even 2 years at this point. I have like no concept of time. But it's been a long time, and I can't afford to see them. So having a doctor who had that experience was such a godsend, and it was like I had the safety net, and that safety net is gone. Having a really good GP, a really good regular doctor, is so important when you are chronically ill. And a good example of this is something that happened just a few weeks ago. I got sick with the flu. I knew it was the flu. I was, 90% certain it was the flu. I had the body aches, the cough, fever, chills. I had the whole thing. And I went to see a doctor, just a random doctor, for a walk-in at the same practice as my old doctor. And she blew me off. She told me it was my allergies acting up and dismissed me and sent me on my way. And a couple days later, I ended up at a different doctor for a second opinion, and he had to treat me for bronchitis because the flu had turned into bronchitis, which is normal for me. After I get a viral infection, I do get a bacterial infection about 90% of the time. He ended up having to give me steroids, antibiotics, an inhaler, and cough medicine, which the first doctor should have given me all of those except for the antibiotics. She should have given me definitely cough medicine, an inhaler, but most of all, she started giving me steroids. That's basic treatment for someone with autoimmune disease, and she didn't do it. It actually ended up reporting her because she mishandled my case, and they agreed that she mishandled my case because she didn't give me a flu test, which is what she should have done, and so they're investigating it. So hopefully, I don't know what'll come of that. If anything does, I'll let you guys know. And it didn't end there. About a week later, I ended up in the emergency room for chest pain and symptoms that, you know, mimicked a heart attack, which is why I went. And I was like, I know it's probably just more autoimmune bullshit, but on the off chance that it is my heart, I need to go. So I went, and it was just more autoimmune bullshit. It ended up being costochondritis, which is inflammation of the chest wall. In my case, due to autoimmune disease and the prolonged excessive coughing for 2 weeks, which even if the first doctor had given me steroids, I probably would have gotten bronchitis because that's just the normal routine for me. But I am convinced if she had given me steroids and cough medicine in that first visit, I wouldn't have ended up in the emergency room for the complications because I wouldn't have been coughing as much. And emergency room visits are expensive, and I can't afford it. And because this doctor ignored my conditions, didn't take them into account, just blew them off, I ended up having to cover 2 additional doctor's visits. And that's an expense that someone with chronic illness cannot handle. Unless they're rich. and someone like me, someone in my situation, disabled, unemployed, not getting benefits, that's huge. 2 doctor's visits is a massive expense. And that's why it's so important to have a good regular doctor, and I don't have that right now. And my safety net's gone. And it is a little scary. But hopefully this new doctor will be good. Only time will tell. And I hate asking for help. It feels like begging. It feels undignified. It feels like I'm mooching. But I am not, I am in a rough place right now financially. And I do have a GoFundMe campaign set up if any of you guys are willing to donate. Please check that out. It would help a lot. And I have a whole other video about that, so I'm not going to go on about it here. So the channel is back Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 noon. I'm excited. It's fun to do videos. It will be primarily gaming content because it's a lot of fun to do. But as I said, any questions, let me know. I would like to do more episodes of Ask a Cripple Chick. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, the like button is your friend. And if you want more Nebulous in your life, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Though I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're already subscribed. Thanks again. Love.